Surprise, surprise, spiritual whistleblower here. Good morning. Hi, everybody. Happy holidays. How's everybody doing? Wow. I know y'all have been like, where the hell has spiritual whistleblower been? Oh, baby, I've been living life. Staying healthy, taking good care of my skin, my hair, my nails, flexing, leveling up in school, keeping those boundaries intact to keep toxic family and toxic exes out of my life, taking good care of my daughter. She's doing well. I felt the need to make this video because number one, we are fast approaching the end of 2024 and this is holiday time. Holiday season is the time where narcissists really pop up and they stalk their victims. And when I say narcissist, it could be your narcissistic mother that you cut off, your narcissistic father, your narcissistic siblings, you cut off any family. Family, especially when they're toxic, they will try to utilize the holiday season to guilt trip their way back into your heart, into your life. They know the holiday time is a sentimental time. People sit up, they're depressed, they're lonely, they're thinking of loved ones and shit like that. Abusers will utilize holiday time to manipulate their way back into your life. So I felt the need to really, put out a video to help you to reinforce your boundaries around this time of year. Y'all know I don't fucking play with boundary setting. And I have my book, My Family Can Kiss My Ass. I have 3 new books coming out. I'm making a part 2. My Family Can Kiss My Ass part 2. My book about fathers, toxic fathers, that's going to be, I'm glad I delayed putting that book out because so much shit has happened. Regarding the patriarch system, we have a toxic new president-elect. He's a sociopath. I'm putting him in my book. I'm glad that I delayed the release of that because there's so much more new information. The 4B movement, all that's going to be in my book regarding, toxic fathers. It's going to be all the game. The things that our daddy should have taught us. This book is going to have everything in it. I'm going to have so many men pissed off at me for helping, to educate their daughters on how to spot narcissistic men. I'm going to have a fleet of men so angry at me and I don't care. I'm ready for the smoke. So I have a few books I'm getting ready to publish, guys. I've been busy working and yes, I'm still in school pursuing my psychology degree. But more importantly, I'm doing extremely well. If those of you are there, if some of y'all are following my Instagram, I post, what I do. I go out to eat. I do self-care videos. I go out with my girlfriends. I travel a lot. I'll catch a flight anywhere. I have some vacations coming up, actually. So lifestyle-wise, my life is litty. And I look good. This is the most physically fit. I am now I'm bouncing between 170 pounds to 165. I'm 5'11". I'm tall. So I'm slim. Your girl is slim and looking trim. So my body, I'm doing well. I hired a fitness trainer earlier this year and he's amazing. He's been helping me tone up and everything. So I just want to, pop in and give y'all a video on how to reinforce boundaries. I'm going to give you an update because I've been hoovered by family members. The last video I put out, I told y'all how my mother this past summer, I think it was July, she tried to send me a message on Instagram, leaving me her phone number, trying to, feel sorry. She wanted me to feel sorry. And, it was a pathetic message that I felt was disingenuous. I did not believe any of it. I thought it was BS. It was her trying to manipulate her way back into my life because she's fighting a losing battle. She thought I would be the child that would be. At one point I was the doormat. I was the gullible, shy girl, the fat girl that everyone could bully, talk about, laugh at, clown, disrespect. And I bossed up on my mother. I turned out to be the child that stood up to her. I turned out to be the child. I have 2 other siblings. I turned out to be the child to set strict boundaries with her, and I made sure I stood on those boundaries to teach her a lesson. I was the only child that, regardless of her putting out a nasty, vicious smear campaign, telling my entire family that I'm jealous of my sister, knowing that's a fucking lie. My sister has nothing that I fucking want. Y'all don't know how sick and tired I am of that fucking rumor. My mother has put that out there repeatedly. I'm jealous of my sister. My sister has, do y'all hear me? She has nothing, absolutely nothing that I want. Nothing in her life screams jealousy. She's not rich. She doesn't have a beautiful home, a house. She doesn't have a marriage, a man that I ever thought that I ever wanted or be jealous of. She has nothing. Her resume alone, my resume is several pages long. You know how successful I am? How much success? How many things I've accomplished? I got my degrees. I'm still in school. I'm doing podcasts with licensed clinical psychologists all year long. The psychologist invited me on her podcast. That's how lit I am on social media. I got all types of therapists and mental health professionals following my content. I got the professionals on my ass. So you think I'm going to let my mother or sister or family members try to tell me who the fuck I am? They got to play catch up to me. I've raised my daughter. My daughter will be 25 years old. She's in school. Everything that they set out to say to destroy me or ruin my reputation, I defeated everything. They look foolish now. So I'm going to tell y'all, I have had 4 family members. They've been all men. All men have tried to reach out to me to hoover me. Y'all remember for Mother's Day, not last year, the year before last, I put out a book called I Can't Stand My Mother and the Other Toxic, Messy Bitches in My Family. That was a book that I put out directly to let my mother know, bitch, stop. Stop. You married a fucking pedophile. You're still married to the man that fucking molested me. You're a troublemaker. Your children are not together and loving on each other because you fucking divided them up. You pitted your children against each other. You said this one's jealous of this one don't like this one. You're a messy ass bitch. That's why you're sitting up sad now, because your children don't want to fuck with you. It was a whole book calling out my narcissistic mother on all the damage she's caused, all the trauma, the drama, calling her out so that the whole world can know what a piece of shit mother she is. My family can finally hear my side of the story. She married a fucking pedophile. I told her at the age of 14, I told her in high school what he did, and she didn't believe me. She's still married to the nigga. I even told my school called Child Protective Services on her. We were in Columbia, South Carolina. And my mother sliced my face open with a curling iron and sent me to school with this nasty, deep gash. She cut me next to my eye. My teachers and my guidance counselors saw the cut on my face, and they contacted Child Protective Services. And that's when I told them, yeah, her second husband also molested me. I've been growing up in an abusive household, and nobody will help me. So they kept an investigation open for over a year on my mother. That's documented right now. I can go to Columbia, South Carolina and go pick up a copy of the report. So she can never fucking lie on me. The chickens are coming home to roost. My mother can no longer run the game. It's time to fucking stop. I don't ever want to see her again. She's a walking demon. I put that on everything. I don't even want her fucking apology. That's how much trash she is, a trash mother. She's despicable for dividing her children up, pitting her children against each other. So I've done a beautiful job of protecting my daughter. I will not allow my daughter to go near them. And now my daughter can sit back and say, Mommy, they never sent anything. They got our mailing address. They never sent me nothing for birthday, Christmas, prom, graduation. Nothing came in the mail, not even a card acknowledging my daughter. None of the special occasions. That's how I know they're full of shit. But as of recently, I had 4 different male relatives, y'all. Because the book that I put out, I Can't Stand My Mother, I called out my mother and the toxic females in my family. I have a family full of female narcissists. Not all my female relatives are narcissists, but there's several of them. My female cousins, quite a few of them are. My sister, 100%. Because my mother, being a narcissist, trained and groomed my little sister to be extremely narcissistic. They are almost one and the same. They behave and they walk alike, talk alike. They are both walking demons. And that's why my sister struggles with cutting off my mama. They could argue, fuss, and fight one minute and they back cool the next. My sister will never permanently cut my mother off and level up. And what's going to happen is my sister's going to realize over time she should have cut my mama off a long time ago. She would have been much further in life. But she's got to learn the hard way. That's how I leveled up. I said, this bitch got to go. She'll ruin my life. She'll ruin everything. She'll destroy and sabotage everything in my life if I don't cut her off. So the whole book, I Can't Stand My Mother, it basically addressed my mother being the ringleader of the, she's a troublemaker, nasty, spreading nasty rumors about me, vicious smear campaigns like I'm jealous of my sister. Bitch, no, I'm not. Y'all act like I'm not drop dead gorgeous. I know I'm skinny now. My body looks way better than hers. I'm way more accomplished. Like, jealous of what? What the fuck does she have that I want? Not a goddamn thing. I'm sick. My mother has spread that rumor for years. If anything, them bitches is jealous of me. Keeping up. They could never catch up to my level. And I got more shit coming out. They think I'm successful now. I'm going to keep dropping on them. I'm going to just move in silence. I'm going to keep dropping on them. They ain't seen nothing yet. I know how to be fucking successful when my enemies are praying for my motherfucking downfall. I got much more in store. So the book addressed my mother being the ringleader and every toxic female in my family. So now I got all the females. They're all scared to say anything to me. They better not say nothing to me. Don't send me no DMs on fucking social media, bitch. Don't send me no messages through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You're going to get blocked. You want to listen to my mother? You want to follow her gossip? You want to believe her lies? Bitch, you're going to go down with her. Every last female relative that sat up and believed all my mother's fucking lies is going to, bitch, I'm going to punish you right with my mother. Because you're dumb and gullible for not having a mind of your own. Since you can't think for yourself, bitch, and you want to believe everything that my fucking abusive mother, my mother married a fucking pedo, bitch, and you listen and believe her lies, so you're going to suffer right with her. I'm going to punish you with her. Get over there on the other side of the fence with my mother, and you stay over there. I don't want a relationship with you, cousin, sister, auntie, since you believe the lies and bullshit about me. So now what's happening, y'all, my male relatives have reached out to me one by one. I just got word that my uncle George passed away. My uncle George was one of those men out of the four. He emailed me. I'm like, I haven't seen this motherfucker in 30 years. How did he get my email address? Sure enough, he sent me an email. Hey niece, I totally understand about your mother. Here's my number. Call me sometime. I never returned his call because he ain't shit. He was abusive towards women. His character is fucked up. Why would I trust him or confide in him? So I never followed up and returned his call. I don't even know how he got my contact info or how he even fucking knew that I had a YouTube. Nigga's old as fuck. And I haven't seen him in like 20, 30 years. But he reached out to me. Hoover. We know what a Hoover is. When a narcissist hoovers you, they're trying to suck you back in. So that was the one. He just passed away this year. I got word. So he's gone. I received 3 more messages. I will not reveal their names, from 3 male cousins. And these cousins are from both my mother's side and my father's side. How do they know about me on social media? It's bugged out. I had one male cousin. He texted my phone directly. Hey, cousin, I just want to say I'm so proud of you. You doing the damn thing, girl. Yeah. And I hit him back, thanks, cuz. I hope all is well with your family. And I left it at that. I didn't open up nothing else. You know, me and him have always been cool. He's not messy. He's not a snake, two-faced. He just wanted to wish me well. So I sent him some love back. Now, had he sent me a message talking about your mom said this and that, I would have blocked his ass. Don't pass no fucking messages about my mother or any other toxic bitch in my family. The other cousin is following me on Facebook, liking my stuff in support of all my business endeavors. I see you, cousin. Another male. And recently, like about 2 weeks ago, I get another male cousin follow my TikTok. He's in my private DMs. Yo, what's up, cuzzo? So I see a pattern. I said, that's 4 male relatives. The men in my family are probably like, yo, my cousin got it going on. She look good. She educated. Her book is selling. She got this huge fan base. You know, I don't know what's going on with her and the females in the family, but that ain't got shit to do with me. I'm going to hit her up and shout her out. Yeah. That's what happens when you stay silent and you stand on motherfucking boundaries with your family. All the abusers expose themselves over time. Time has a way of exposing the fucking liars and snakes in your fucking family that hated on you. My mother is the top dog, the top snake. Now she looks like a fucking fool. All the lies, talking about I'm jealous of my sister, I'm bitterness and that. Bitch, bye. And I've held a job longer than both my mother and sister combined. They forget that too. I started working for the state government over 20 years ago. I still got my job, my pension, everything is intact. That's how my daughter's able to have wonderful benefits and excellent health care. Okay? Neither my mother or sister can say that. I want to see where they have their career established. Because my mother jumped from job to job. She never held a stable job. She'll work a job running a catering business. It's always temporary. She doesn't keep it running for a long time. She up and moves from city and state, never sits still in one place. Okay? I've taught my daughter what stability was. My daughter could look at me and say, my mama has held her job for over 20 years. My mama's going to leave me something when she leaves this earth. My mama has a pension, life insurance, and all of that. I can't say that about my mother and father. My sister, I highly doubt that she has a career established. Lord knows whatever she's doing. I don't know. My mother has taught her how to be a gold digger and how to pimp out men for money, how to marry for money. And unfortunately, that advice might have worked back in the 80s. You can't pull that shit on these men today. These men today will put you 6 feet under fucking playing with their money. So I hope all is well with sis, but keep running behind mommy's mind games and manipulation. Keep following behind mommy, and we're going to see where that gets you. Ah! But anyway, I hope y'all are standing on y'all boundaries this holiday season. You want to know how I'm so strong and successful? It's because I don't play with my boundaries. I don't let ne'er a bitch from my past back into my life. I don't give a fuck who it is. My skin is glowing pretty. This is the healthiest I've been. I had my colonoscopy done last week. That came out clean because colon cancer is on the rise in young people, 30, 40 years old. I know people dying left and right in their 30s and 40s over colon cancer. I went last week. The doc said you all clear. You don't have to come back for another colonoscopy for another 10 years. Breast examination, make sure your body is good, y'all. After you cut these motherfuckers off, go to a doctor and get screened for everything. As I promise you, everything stress-related connected to a narcissist will develop into physical pain and suffering and trauma and disease in the body. Trauma stores itself in the body. If you don't get the fuck away from your narcissistic family, you will get sick, physically sick. Okay? Now, I will put the link to my book, My Family Can Kiss My Ass, down in the bio. It's holiday time. Baby, they're going to start coming out. They're going to stalk y'all, and I need y'all to be strong. I need you to be strong, y'all. I ain't never told y'all wrong. I've coached hundreds of y'all. I have never told y'all wrong. Stand on your motherfucking boundaries. And I pray that some of y'all are planning to move and relocate to another city and state to really get the fuck away from your family and your exes and start a new life. Okay? And keep your ass in EMDR therapy. Oh, I have another announcement. I'm going to do a separate video. I'm going to share with y'all my autism results. I am autistic, which explains a lot of my weird behaviors growing up as a child, why I was bullied so much for being different and weird and quiet and standoffish. My mother bullied me. A lot of people bullied me. All that was I was autistic. And I think it's a fucking shame that I've walked around all this long, walking around undiagnosed when my mother and father had the power to get me evaluated and they refused it. My mother does not believe in therapy. I know that for a fact. She has too much pride. She didn't want people thinking something was wrong with her children. But her children suffered due to her poor choices. But I'm glad that I know now that I'm autistic. I will do a whole separate video on autism in adults. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. And, I want to wish y'all a happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. And I pray that you're doing well. I'm doing fabulous, honey. Life is great over here. All right? Love you guys. Live from New York City. Spiritual whistleblower. Mama, love you.